Since all of our text has been formatted, we created a table of contents in the previous video. Now it's time to add text. Please keep in mind that when it comes to EPUB-reflowable, it reads anything on the page from top to bottom, so nothing can be read on the side. So if I bring an image in, it is going to only work from top to bottom. That means the text wrap will not work. Also, the image needs to be anchored. But let me just show you how it's done. Now, one thing we're going to do is we're going to set chapter 1. We're going to find, it's like a little caption that they have. Oh, right here, illustration. I want to zoom in so you can see this. We're going to put an image right in here. So I can just delete this whole thing. The illustration part that says illustration. It's not necessary. It's okay if we have a space here. And now what we're going to do is create a text box, placeholder box. Just click on it one time. And the size we're going to do for this one is 285 pixels. So make sure your units are in pixels. If not, make sure you change them by 400. Do okay. And it's okay if your image right now is just right here on the side. It doesn't matter. So with that, go ahead and select your selection tool. Do Command D or File Place and find your image. You should have all the images under the images folder for this assignment. So chapter 1, Dorothy. I'm going to place that in. Now, I mentioned already we have to anchor it. Now, this space that we have, honestly, when I think about this, we can only do one space, so delete that. And notice where the illustration was, because once you delete the space, it creates extra thing there, right? Go ahead again, select your selection tool. And I'm going to zoom in even more so you can see this. Now, right here on top, you see that little blue box? It kind of gives you an option. I'll pull this up. It kind of gives you an option, well, it did a minute ago. Drag the anchor under this quote. They don't scare us much. Create like a Y with like double lines. Okay? And then create like an anchor in an image. So that's how you do it. If you don't anchor it, the images where you want them to be, they will appear at the end of the document. So very important to anchor it. Let's see. I think we're going to do one more image in this chapter. That's going to be right at the end. Again, this is not necessary, so I'm going to delete it. Create a placeholder box. And the size of this one will be 300 by 300 pixels. Okay. Now, if you want to make it, place it so we can see it, that's fine. And then Command D. It's Tornado, chapter 1, Tornado. Open. Just something to show. You can extend it out a little bit more. It's fine. Or you can do right click and just get everything fit. And again, anchoring. Remember, we're going to pull that box out behind that period. Would be his last. Cool. Anchor done. Save the document as you go because I don't want you to lose anything. Now, chapter 2. We are going to navigate. Should be illustration. Oh, there it is. All right. So right here, it says illustration, horse, buggy. All that, that's where we're going to place another image. Just remember where we did this. Go ahead and select your rectangle or placeholder image. The size of this one will be 400 by 300 pixels. Yep, and we're going to do, again, selection tool and Command D to place it. Emerald City. Awesome. Now, if this bothers you, we can move it in a minute. But go ahead and put that under he stammered period. Make sure you do it after the period, otherwise the period will move with it. Now, you feel free to move this image on a clipboard. You don't have to have the image in here. As long as it's anchored, you can have it on the side. Okay, then we're going to find the second illustration. Oh, there it is. Come on, Jim. So it'll be right here. Now, if it helps when we forget where we put it, might be just easier to put it right now and box and then delete that in a minute. And that size will be also 400 by 300, so it's going to be okay. And do selection tool and then Command D. Always go back to my selection tool. Chapter 2, Emerald City 2. And that seems kind of small, so let's see if that can fit better. I'm going to do right click, fitting, fit content proportionally. Oh, okay, I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't look too pixelated. Maybe I made it smaller than I thought. We can check that later. Now let's anchor that. Grab that anchor behind the glass oats exclamation quote. And then I'm going to move this out of the way. Go ahead and remove illustration that little quote there. Okay, and chapter 3. Chapter 3, where are you? There you are, thank you very much. We are going to find an image. Cut. This is it. Okay, so let's go ahead and place the box. And the size of this one will be 500 by 350. Okay. And I'm going to selection tool, place my chapter 3. I have one for this chapter. And again, I'm going to right click, fit content proportionally. And we are going to anchor it. Don't forget, we're putting the anchor after the vegetable kingdom quote. And then remove that extra text and double space. It's not needed. You can move the image to the side. And one more. This image we're going to put right at the end of the chapter. So scroll to the bottom and go ahead and select your box, click, and that's going to be 700 pixels by 370. Might be a little longer. And we're going to make it fit, so it looks a little bit better for us, right? Pick it there. And let's do Command D and place the last chapter 4 manga boost, as I call it. And we're going to do right click, fit content proportionally. And let's anchor it to right behind the last paragraph quote. Okay, save, Command S. So let's check. Everything should be anchored. Go through, make sure you see that anchor on an image. Double check, very important, because otherwise it will not export correctly. Okay, and check where the placement of it is. All right, everything looks good to me. So we are done with this part. Thanks.